Stand by.
What is up, YouTube? This is Nanashi with a brand new deck profile video. This time I will be showing off my brand new orange deck, the Dinosaurs. I have been so excited to reveal this deck and my personal take on the build for such a long time, but I was not able to get it anywhere near completed until recently because we just got the new Dinosaur support cards earlier this week. I am so thrilled that I can finally put this out there, so let's see where this goes. Starting off with the monster lineup, I have a playset of Baby Ceratosaurus. If it's destroyed by card effect and sent to grade, you can special summon any dinosaur of level 4 or lower from your deck. This starts pretty much every combo this deck can do, and it doesn't matter where you get it destroyed. You could play Dark Hole, you could destroy it in deck, which is what the field spell enables, or you can destroy it from your hand if you have the ability to, which is what one of the new monsters does. Now, Tyranno, in my opinion, is only slightly worse, yet still slightly better than Baby Ceratosaurus, because if it's destroyed by card effect and sent to grade, you can special summon a level 4 or higher dinosaur from your deck. But I don't have a lot of targets for this, and it also prevents that monster from being able to attack. So, Baby Ceratosaurus, in my opinion, is better, but Tyranno is still great and necessary. Of course, I also have a pair of Megalo Smasher X, good normal 2000 attack point monster, which is fun to run in pretty much any deck that you can pull it off in. And because it's a normal monster, it also gains a benefit from certain other cards. Miscellaneousaurus says that if it's sent from your hand to the graveyard by your activation, you get to make all your dinosaurs immune from activated effects of your opponent for a main phase of a turn. So, Dark Hole only works when you want it to. Also, if it's in the graveyard, you can banish it and any other number of dinosaurs from your graveyard to special summon a dinosaur from your deck whose level is equal to the number you banished. There are only a couple of targets I really use this with, one of which is Soul-Devouring Oviraptor. Soul-Eating Oviraptor. If it's summoned, you get to add a dinosaur from your deck to your hand, or you can send one from your deck to the graveyard. In addition, once per turn, you have the ability to destroy a dinosaur, and if you do, you get to special summon a dinosaur from your graveyard, but it is not required for that dinosaur to be in your grave, it's just a bonus. Now, the double Tyranno Infinity is a fun card. It gains 1,000 attack points for every banished dinosaur, and that's pretty much all it does. But Miscellaneousaurus makes this card not only playable, it makes it pretty much a game ender. Now for Pendulum scales, and yes, this deck can Pendulum when it wants to, I have the Samurai Cavalry of Reptira, which is my low scale of 3. If at the start of the damage step it battles something that's not a Pendulum, it automatically destroys it, which is fun, because that means that I have the ability to stop a lot of extra deck plays with just this monster alone, provided it survives the summon. And my high scale is actually Lance-Forensis. With a scale of 7, it can summon copies of itself and everything except the Baby Ceratosaurus and a Tyranno. Now, its Pendulum scale effect is that if a normal monster you control attacks a defense position monster, it does piercing. This is one of the cards I was talking about that benefits the Megalo Smasher X, because with 2,000 attack points and using the field spell's effect of reducing non-dinosaurs, that means Lance-Forensis and Megalo Smasher both have the chance to do a decent amount of damage, even on high defenders. But the ultimate card, of course, and no pun intended, is Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Can't be normal summoned or set, but you can special summon it by banishing 2 dinos out of the graveyard, which powers up the Tyranno Infinity a little more. And once per turn, during either player's turn, you can pop a dinosaur you control or in your hand, and turn all your opponent's monsters to face-down defense. This card can attack all defense position monsters your opponent controls once per turn, and if it attacks a defense position monster before a damage calculation, you can send it straight to the graveyard and deal 1,000 damage. So, this is an instantaneous board wipe monster without having to worry about destroying your opponent's monsters. Next we move into the spell cards, starting off with the double Dark Hole, which I'm starting to realize is perfectly valid in a main deck regardless of which deck it is. Triple Fossil Dig, just another search card that searches level 6 or lower dinosaurs from your deck to your hand, which means that even Lance-Forensis is a primary target. Lost World, their new field spell, I really wish that it included the effect to be treated as Jurassic World, but then again it would have just been too much text. All monsters on the field lose 500 attack and defense except dinos, If you summon a Dino once per turn, then you get to give your opponent a Jura Egg token, which has 0 attack and defense as a 1-star Dino, normal, obviously. As long as they control a token, doesn't even matter if it's the Jura Egg token or not, then they can only target those tokens with card effects. And if a normal monster or monsters would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy that many dinosaur-type monsters in your hand or deck instead. So you can prevent your entire board of normal monsters from being wiped out by a Dark Hole or Raigeki by opting to destroy the same number out of your deck. Double MST, I debated on putting Twin Twisters in here, but the fact of the matter is, right now, I don't have anything that I really want to discard so much as just have destroyed, so Lost World is a better choice for that, as well as Dark Hole and a few other cards. MST is just fine for right now. Double Terraforming, exclusively to pull out the Lost World, and triple Unexpected Die, which is mainly just to pull the Megalo Smasher X straight to the field, which of course kicks off the Lost World. Now for the trap cards, I'm keeping things kind of basic. Single Bottomless Trap Hole, staple on all of my decks, and Solemn Warning, staple in pretty much everybody's deck. I'm debating on using some of the new and old dinosaur-themed trap cards, but for right now, these two have given me the best consistency, and I really don't have any reason to worry about my trap cards affecting my opponent, because more often than not, my monsters do a really good job of that. Now moving into the side deck, we have a nice little variety. Third Megalo Smasher X, the third Tyranno Infinity, a single copy of a tech monster I've been working with called Stegocyber. If it's in the graveyard, you can special summon it when you're about to take battle damage by paying 1,000 points, and if you do it this way, then it leaves the field, you have to banish it. Which does in fact fuel the Tyranno Infinities I run a little bit more, but given that I don't really have too many ways of dropping it into the graveyard other than the theoretical Twin Twisters that I'm not running right now, it's better off into the side until I decide whether or not I really want Twin Twisters in the deck. Also running a copy of Brain Control, which I'm honestly going to start taking into the side of all my decks now that it's back. Even with its errata of only being able to take control of a monster that can be normal summoned or set, it's still good enough to consider running in pretty much whatever deck you want in the event that your opponent leaves out a vulnerable monster. Also, I have a Foolish Burial just in case I need more deck drop. Third MST, compulsory. Double Fiendish Shame. Double Memory Loss. Mirror Force. Double Survival Line. Oh, I'm sorry, Survival's End. You destroy as many normal monsters on the field as possible, and if you do, you special summon level 4 lower dinos from your deck up to the number that was destroyed, but they get destroyed during the end phase. So if you wanted to, you could play this while you have the field spell out and attempt to destroy all the normal monsters, including those tokens your opponent might have, and summon as many monsters as you want from your deck of level 4 or lower that die at the end of the turn, or you could just use the field spell to intercept their destructions, destroying a bunch of those baby Cerasauruses and Petit Pteranodons, and summoning monsters that won't die at the end of the turn. But its second effect is good too, in my opinion. If it's in the graveyard, you can banish it, target a dinosaur you control, and a card your opponent controls, and destroy both. Scrap Dragon from the Grave is funny. And of course, a Torrential Tribute. And then we finish up with the extra deck, which only has a total of 3 monsters. Triple Evolzar Dolka requires 2 level 4 dinosaur monsters. During either player's turn, you can detach to negate a monster effect, and if you do, you destroy that monster. Evolzar Logia, same summoning requirements, which you double detach to negate a spell, trap, or normal or special summon, but not glyph, and destroy that card. And single Evolzar Solda. If it has materials, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. And during either turn, if your opponent would special summon a monster or monsters, you can detach a material and wipe them all out. And that is the deck. Honestly, like I said before, I have been waiting to build this deck for a very long time, and I was going to do something more along the lines of a generic dinosaur build until I found out about the structure deck finally getting released, and that just changed everything right from the get-go. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you guys liked deck profile. If anyone can think of a way that I can improve this deck, feel free to let me know. But in the meantime, this has been Nanashi, signing out.